Hi YouTube, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me yet, my name is Rooney and I'm here to talk about how I became a Schulich Leader Scholarship nominee this year. 1 a.m., eyes closed, I'm slowly falling. So today I'll be speaking on pretty much everything about it, the whole process, the whole shebang, the distribution of how many scholarships there actually are, what the process was really like, because it wasn't all easy, obviously, and also overall what I would do differently this time if I could apply again. So yeah, stick around for those tips, because man, I wish I knew some of this stuff because it would have really helped. First things first, if you are watching this video and you have no idea what a Schulich Leader Scholarship is, let me tell you, because it could change your life. It really could. So if you didn't know, the Schulich Leader Scholarship is one of the most prestigious scholarships in Canada. It is valued at over $100,000. So pretty much it pays for your whole tuition for all 4 years of university. This scholarship is for leaders, but it's also for leaders in STEM fields. So science, technology, engineering, and math students, you're going to win these scholarships. Sorry to everyone else who isn't included in that field. The most deserving students in Canada will win. And those deserving students are the top 100 students of Canada graduating that year in Canada. So pretty cool. So let's move on to applying. Applying, the first thing is you have to meet the criteria. So first of all, you must be enrolled in a program at a minimum of one of the 20 participating Canadian universities in a STEM area of study. So that's really important. Scholarships, you can't just be going to any university in Canada. I wish it was like that, but it's not. You have to be enrolled in a program at one of these 20 universities. I'll put a list here, and the link to it here as well. So yeah, you have to be first of all accepted there and enrolled in one of their programs, one of their STEM programs, to win the scholarship. So that is the first criteria. The second criteria is you must be a Canadian citizen or permanent resident, and attending a Canadian high school. So again, this scholarship is only for high school graduates. So not for continuing students, just for first years, basically, going into university. So apply if you are part of that. If you're in grade 12 right now, apply. If you're watching this and you're in grade 11, good for you. You have 1 extra year of preparing yourself to win this scholarship. I hope you win. So we're not done with the criteria yet. You have to write an essay about yourself, basically selling yourself to them, why you should win, why you're a deserving candidate, based on these following attributes that they state are a criteria in order to apply. So it says you must possess at least 2 of the following 3 attributes. So the first one is academic excellence, which I think is a pretty easy one to apply to everyone. Do not overthink this. Like, I've seen the list of winners, which again I'll link here and put a picture or something on the screen, maybe here, link here, picture here, of all the winners that won this year, which wasn't me, but I was still a nominee. I was in the running, didn't win, but still an honor to be one of the top students in Canada. Anyways, back to this. So academic excellence, do not overthink this. Okay, do not. Academic excellence is subjective to everyone, but if you sell yourself like really well, then you're gonna win regardless of academic excellence. I think that is the least important part of the criterias. That is the least important one. If you're in the 80s, that's still academic excellence. If you're in the 90s, great, that's academic excellence. If you're in the hundreds, which is like impossible, academic excellence, you know what I mean? I think anywhere 80 up is academic excellence. The other two is financial need, which again, this is another one, and I made a whole TikTok about this, so go check out my TikTok, which I'll link here. Anyways, I go on this whole rant about financial need. Everyone thinks they're taking something away from people who actually deserve it more. Let me tell you right now, if you are looking into universities and you're like, oh my God, how am I going to pay for this? A job is not enough. I'm going to be in debt. Or if you're applying for student loans or whatever, you are in financial need. Do not discredit your situation. Do not think of it as taking money from other people who need it more. You are in financial need, okay? Humble yourself. You are not rich. So yeah, this one applies to a lot of people as well. Okay, the third and final attribute that they state that you must have in order to be able to apply is, and it's actually multiple things, but I guess they grouped it into kind of leadership. Let's go over what they think leadership is. So leadership here, it states it's outstanding community or business or entrepreneurial, I cannot say that word, entrepreneurial leadership. So if you're participating in volunteering in your community, or maybe helping out with a business your parents run, or maybe you have a business already, which is crazy, good for you, or entrepreneurial, or maybe you're studying those in high school already, or maybe you're competing, because I know there's all types of like skills competitions. So anyways, those things are great to put in your essay, and that's another good thing to have. I mostly talked about how I volunteered. Let's go over them again. The 3 attributes that you must have. No, you only need 2 of the following 3 attributes to be able to apply to the Schulich Leader Scholarship. All right, so the 3 are academic excellence, financial need, and outstanding community, business, or entrepreneurial leadership. Let's move on to the actual application process. So applying is a little complicated and it takes a couple months. To apply, you actually have to be nominated, and there's 2 ways to be nominated. You can either go to the schulichleaders.com and apply there by yourself. There's a big apply button at the top, or you can do what I did and apply through your school. Disclaimer, the scholarship is only for Canadian students, so sorry to any international students watching right now. Hey, thanks for watching. But hey, maybe you're moving to Canada next year and you'll be like, okay, then apply. Anyways, I will mostly be talking about my experience, which is applying through school, a public school I attended. But if you're doing it online way, sorry about that. I can't really help you there. I'm sure the process is similar as well, but I guarantee that it's the exact same. Anyways, so usually the school counselor or career tech will post and announce dates that you need to submit your files by. Applications usually open in September and they end in January. So that's quite a few months to apply. So apply, even if you think you can't win. I never thought I would win, let me tell you right now. And I didn't, but I never thought I would get this far either. So actually, right here is my certificate. Can't see it, it's very blurry. I'll put a picture right here. And it's also on my Instagram, so go check out my Instagram while you're there. There's this quote from one of my favorite WWE female superstars right now. Her name's Indy Hartwell. She just moved up to the main roster. Anyway, she said, doubt kills more dreams than failure ever could. Do with that what you will, but that's a pretty powerful thing. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. And that is so true. There's so many times I've wanted to do this YouTube video and just been like, no one's gonna watch it, no one cares. Or with this, right, I never thought I would get this far, to the point where I almost didn't apply, and we'll get to that. All right, but yeah, remember, apply. Even if you think you won't get it, apply. Please do yourself a favor. Don't think about what could have happened. Do it right now and have a definitive answer if it did or didn't happen. I applied through my career technician, and it is important to note that in every school in Canada, every high school in Canada, I should say, can only pick 1 student to nominate. So this is where it already starts getting challenging from the beginning, because it's so competitive. My school was relatively big. I don't know how big high schools get in Canada, but for me, there's about 1,200 students. of which maybe 200 grade 12 students, which actually now that I think about it, is not that many. But to be 1 in 200 students to win, and obviously not everyone applied. So I would say probably like 10 people applied, 1 in 10 people, and I won. That was crazy. Or I didn't win, but I was nominated from my school. Here's what I needed to submit. I needed to submit a letter introducing who I am. On the letter, I needed to like address myself. So I needed to put my address, my name, my email, phone number, anything to contact me basically. Which post-secondary institution I am going to be attending. So kind of your future plans if you don't have one yet picked out yet, which is completely understandable because it's like the beginning of the year that you apply, right? So there's no way you would have already known unless you're really prepared. Which, by the way, I should talk about how I picked my university, but I won't because I made a separate video for that. So go check that out. Your letter should also highlight how you meet the criteria. So again, those 3 attributes, which you only need 2 of them, but hey, if you possess all 3 attributes, talk about all 3. Academic excellence, financial need, and then leadership. You also need 2 letters of reference. So your references should be academic, I would say, or they should come from people who you work with or volunteer with. Pick people who are going to talk about your leadership skills or your academics. So for me, I picked 2 teachers, but I would highly recommend that you pick 1 teacher and then 1 person, your volunteer supervisor or something, talk about your leadership skills. You also need to type up a letter of permission to use your name in marketing and promotional materials, right? Because this scholarship is very, what's the word, public, very well known and very just out there. You will hear about it, see it every single year. So yeah, you have to release your name. If you're not comfortable with that, I believe they won't pick you. So sorry about that. Okay, couple final things that you need to submit before you can get nominated is you have to submit a resume. So have a really good resume. I'm actually thinking about making a video about that. So let me know in the comments below if you want that video about how to make a really good resume. You also need a headshot. So a headshot is just pretty much a picture of your upper body. I used my grad pictures. And lastly, your transcript, which by this time, right, September to January time, you wouldn't even have finished a full like semester of grade 12 yet. So you're pretty much submitting your grade 11 transcript. So let's go over the things that you need to submit again because I rambled on for a little bit. So you need a letter, you need 2 letters of references, you need a letter of permission, you need a resume, a headshot, and a transcript. So that's 6 things that you need to submit. It's also important to note that your school may set different deadlines from the Schulich Leader Scholarship deadlines because I saw like the online process, they have less time to do it. But for us, we had a little bit more time. They waited till like January, but online, I think the deadline was like December. So anyways, just know that deadlines vary from school to school and from online to in person. Once you submit your application to your school or on the Schulich Leader Scholarship website, you pray for the best, pretty much. You just pray for the best. Hope it happens for you. Hope you get it. Then you wait. So I got confirmation that I was nominated a couple weeks after. I think it was in the morning. I was in my calculus class and I opened my Teams app, which I don't know if everyone uses Teams, but Microsoft Teams, that's kind of my main way of communicating with my career technician, which was who I applied through. And they sent me a message saying that I was nominated, and I was so excited, but at the same time I was like surrounded by people, so I don't know what happened. I think I blacked out a little bit, but I just remember like thinking, wow, that I made it, because I didn't even think I would be nominated. Anyways, okay, so if you want like The specifics, I submitted my application before I was even nominated on January 19th, and I got confirmation of being nominated on January 27th. So that's like a week or two. So after you become nominated from your school or the Schulich Leader Scholarship website, and they reach out to you through email usually, they give you another deadline to submit even more stuff. So the deadline to submit your Schulich Leader Scholarship is like, and this one is for real, like you're sending it through the Schulich Leader website to them directly. You're not talking to your school anymore. This is like your school did everything they could for you. They nominated you and they sent you a link, and now you're dealing with the Schulich Leader Scholarship Foundation. They send an email telling you submit yada 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 by this date. For me, it was the 21st of February at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which, okay, a little specific. And they said that no applications will be accepted after this time. So this application, this kind of secondary application, let's talk about what you have to submit. So first is your contact information for your two references that you, and I should mention that they should be the same references as before, as the nomination process, the exact same two references, and then they will reach out to those references, where the references will write another letter of reference for you. And they also have the same deadline as you to submit this secondary reference letter, which is February 21st. And this is where a real big tip comes in, so stick around. You're going to get a list on the website. It's going to give you a list of the 20 partnered universities across Canada, and you're going to check off the ones that you want to go to, that you wish to attend. That keyword, wish. Me, my dumb idiot, stupido butt, I only click 2 checkboxes out of 20 because I'm an idiot. So I hope you don't make that same mistake. Here's why. Because it's saying wish to attend. It doesn't mean that you should be accepted to the universities yet. You shouldn't. Because again, it's too early. It's February. You can apply around this time. But for me, by this time, I had already been accepted to 2 of their partner universities, University of Victoria and University of Calgary. So I just clicked those 2 checkboxes because I was dumb and I was thought, oh, I should be accepted before I click them. But if I was you, click absolutely every single one that applies to you, that you think you would love to go to. So I wish that I clicked Waterloo, Toronto, Calgary, which I did, but Victoria, PC, is it Saskatchewan? University of Saskatchewan? I think so. Yeah, I think so. University of Manitoba. Click as many as you can, because here's why. We're back after some very technical difficulties. Like, what the heck? My light just turned off and I plugged it back in and it wasn't working. Anyways, regardless, I have no idea where I ended my conversation with you guys. If you are so lucky as to win, it is because these universities picked you. So how it works is that once you apply through the second round again, it's no longer the Schulich Leader Scholarship. It's not. This is a very common misconception, which is that the Schulich Leader Scholarship Foundation is the ones picking the Schulich Leader Scholars, but they're not. It's actually the universities, the awards and scholarship boards at these universities, at these 20 partnered universities, that pick who wins these scholarships. So that is why I called myself an idiot, because I only picked 2 universities, which means I only have 2 times the chance to win. So if you pick, let's say, 10 out of the 20, you have 10 times the chance to win, because that's 10 different universities, scholarship committees looking at your application, and they might pick you. That's 10 times the chance for someone to pick you. But me being stupid only pick 2. So please do not make that mistake. Pick as many as possible. Click every single one if you want to. If you're bold enough, do it. Because I am so mad at myself. I regret it. I really regret it. I'm such an idiot. Okay, let's get back to what the heck you have to submit for the second round. So we talked about that list of universities. You also have to list your top 3 achievements, academic or otherwise. I can't remember what I wrote. I wish I had my application. I wish they sent that to you, like a copy of it, because that'd be really cool to see and look back on in 10 years and cringe. But anyways, your top 3 achievements, and you have a 50-word limit for each of them. It's like a text box entry, 50-word limit for each of your top three achievements in your life. Then you have to write an essay demonstrating why you should win. Again, talk about those 3 attributes. Talk about why you're a deserving candidate. Talk about something personal. Talk about something challenging that you had to overcome. And you have a 600-word limit for this part. Then you have an optional essay, which you can choose to write or not, which you can use this essay to accentuate your circumstances that put you in a financial disadvantage. So this second essay, which is optional, you can talk about why you're in financial need, what circumstances you're in, your situation. Yeah, I think I did choose to do it just because I wanted to do as much as possible to hopefully win, which I knew wasn't even possible. But anyways, the second essay has a 250 words limit. Okay, then you have short answers to identify where you see yourself in 10 years and how you plan to get there. And this is a 50-word limit. I have no idea what I wrote, but I just started making stuff up because 10 years is a long time. I have no idea what I'm going to write, what I'm going to be in 10 years. You also have to send an up-to-date transcript of pretty much, I guess by this time you would have finished grade 12, your first semester of grade 12. So yeah, a very updated transcript, which should have your grade 11 grades as well as your first semester of grade 12. And lastly is a headshot or profile image for publicity. Again, your picture is going to be on their website. It's going to be, if you win, it's going to be on their Instagram, all their social media, and probably in the newspaper and news outlets and everything. Again, once you've submitted the second round of applications, if you even got nominated, then pray and hope for the best that you win. Now it's up to the universities to decide if you won or not. So pray and hope for the best. This section, I'm going to be talking about finding out. This is the most messed up part of the process, if I'm being honest, because months go by with zero communication from them, literally zero. Uh, so you don't know if you won or not because they won't tell you. They won't. On the website, they say that after March 7th is when the announcements start rolling out for who won. But mine took way longer. The best way to know, though, like my biggest tip is the best way to know if you won or not is follow their Instagram. So I'll link it right here. That's really what I was checking. Every week I would be checking their Instagram page because they post the list of winners every week. And since there are 20 universities and they only post like one picture at a time, and each university, we'll talk about their distribution a little bit later on, but that's actually funny enough. That's actually how I found out that I didn't win, is because they started rolling out the University of Calgary winners, and I wasn't one of them. So yeah. So yeah, check out their Instagram while you're there. May as well follow my Instagram where I post reels, I post daily Instagram stories, and I also post pictures. So check it out, check it out. You're already there. Okay, let's talk about distribution now, which is probably the part that you're most interested in. There are obviously 100 scholarships, all valued at over $100,000. Obviously, not every university is going to have like the same amount of winners. So let's go through this. Some universities give out 10 scholarships, some give 3, usually depending on like size or how accomplished the university is. And I'll say right now, the baseline is that engineering students always get $120,000, and science, technology, and mathematics studying students always get $100,000. So engineering students get more. But probably they deserve it because, oof, man, I cannot imagine being an engineer. So, University of Waterloo, University of Toronto, McMaster, Queen's, and McGill's award 5 scholarships at $120,000 for students pursuing engineering degrees, and 5 scholarships valued at $100,000 for students pursuing degrees in science, technology, or mathematics. So that's 10 scholarships for each of these universities. Now let's move on to the universities that award only 6 scholarships, 3 engineering and 3 science, technology, math. University of BC, Western University, University of Alberta, University of Calgary, Dalhousie University. Yeah, so those 5 universities award 6. All right, and then the ones that only award 2, one being a engineering scholarship and one being a science, mathematics, technology scholarship, is University of Ottawa, University of Victoria, York University, University of Saskatchewan, University of New Brunswick, University of Manitoba, University of Montreal, Memorial University, and Laval University. Oh, also Simon Fraser University. Almost missed that one. So yeah, that is the distribution for 2023. I never thought I was going to win, but I was right. But at least I got a certificate out of it, and that's really cool. Basically saying I'm one of the top students of Canada right now. So before I end this video, let's go over some last tips that I want to share and things that I would do differently if I had a chance to apply again, which I can't, but I want to help you guys win. So let's go over these. After you are nominated and you submit your application online, when you get to choose the universities page, which I talked about before, I'm going to keep this very short and simple. Check off as many universities as you can see yourself going to as possible. Because, like I said, I was stupid and didn't do that. Even if you didn't, apply to any other programs yet, still check them off. Because chances are, if they pick you to win that scholarship, then there's no doubt about it that you're getting into that program. Because they're not going to give you $100,000 in scholarships and then reject you from their program. You know what I mean? Check it off, even if you haven't been accepted there yet. Another thing, pick out good references that will make you look awesome, but also will get it done on time. For me, I remember I had one of my references, one of my teachers, they were taking a long time and I was getting really stressed about it. And every day I would be seeing them being like, how's it going? And they'd be like, I'll get it done this weekend. And then they never did. So make sure you have reliable references that will also make you look awesome. So the last thing you want is to not win because of someone you were relying on. Isn't that crazy? That would suck if that happened to me. Lastly, I would say go for it. Apply. I don't know how many times I've said it in this video. Please let me know in the comments below if I said it over 20 times, probably. But apply. Do it. What if you get this? What if you get $100,000 in scholarships? Do it. Alright, that's it for this video. If you liked it, please give this a big thumbs up. That would really mean the world to me. If you made it this far, that is. Yeah, I hope you found this video enjoyable or helpful. I hope the tips really help. Check off as many of those boxes. Please do it. Also, don't forget to subscribe and let me know in the comments below any questions you have from this video. Did I not answer some questions that you have? Also, let me know if you've ever heard of the scholarship. Sorry to those international students watching right now. Also, hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video like this. Also, I have a poll going on in my community section where you can vote for my next video that comes out. I post videos every other week. And the weeks that I miss videos, I post shorts. So go check out my past videos. Go check out my Instagram and my TikTok. My TikTok's blowing up right now. It's really cool. All right. Apart from that, thank you so much for watching. Bye. See ya later.